Welcome to another CSS tutorial. Today we are going to learn how to make a red bullseye using nothing but HTML and CSS. So I've started our HTML here. This is all that you will need to use. It's just the standard startup with one div. So we've got a div with the class of box. So now we just need to go do our CSS. So let's flip over here to style.css. And the first thing we need to do is we need to give our box a shape and some dimensions here. So let's create our box class and let's give it a width of 280 pixels and a height of 280 pixels. So now we've got some size. So now we want to align the box and what's going to be inside of it. So we're going to do flex. So display flex. And we want to justify content so that everything goes in the center. So our bullseye is in the center of our box. And we also want to align items in the center of our box. So we're going to add that. And then we're just going to put a border on our box so we can see the outside of it. So let's just do a border, 1 pic solid, and we'll add some color there. Now we're going to add box sizing with border box. So this allows everything inside the padding to be included as part of the element rather than making the element bigger. So we're going to go ahead and add that. So that's everything we need for our box. Okay, so now let's go ahead and let's save this. And you can see now our box shows up. But let's go ahead, let's add a little bit of margin to our body so that we can not have our box right at the edge of the page. So let's just go margin left 100 pixels and save that. There we go. Okay, so now it's not right at the edge. And let's just go ahead and put that up at the top. So now we've got box. So now we need to make our bullseye. So what we're going to use is we're just going to use a before for our box. So we can just do, there's our before that you can use with any element, and we're going to use it with the box. So we want to go dot box before, add our second colon there, open up our brackets. Okay, so if you want to add something in a before or an after, you have to do content. Since we're not going to do any text, we're just going to do blank content. If you want to add text, for instance, if you added hello here, then it would show up in the box. We don't want any content to show up in the box because we're just going to do some styling inside the box. Okay, so now we want to make our bullseye. So we're going to make our bullseye 90% of the height of the box and make it 90% of the width of the box. So we can't see anything yet because we don't have a background color. So this is where the bullseye comes in. So let's go ahead and add in our background. And we're going to use a radial gradient. So you can see that there's our option there. Now when you do the radial gradient, you can pretty much do as many colors or circles as you want. You just keep adding them in. So we're going to have 5 different ones since we're doing a bullseye. So let's do the first one, and we're going to use red because we want a bullseye, so there's red. So let's go ahead and add some size in there. So we're going to make it 14%. Okay, so let's save that. And it's not showing up yet because we're not done yet. So now we're going to add our white. And we're going to do 14% and 27.5%. So this is just saying once you get to the 14%, we're not going to blend this at all. It's going to be a hard stop in color. And then at 27.5%, we're going to end the white one and move on to the next color. Okay, so now we've saved it. We have 2 colors in, and you can see we have the center of our bullseye. So we've got the middle, and we've got the next white section here. And you can see if I took out we'll have to do it on the next one. If I took out the number, then it would start blending it. Okay, so let's add a red again. Add a red. And this time, we're going to start at 27.5% because that's where it ended. Let's go ahead and hit save. Okay, so now you can see we've got our next ring started, but we need to give it a size 2. So let's go to 43.5%. And then we're going to add a white. So adding the white is really where you get your fun in there. And that one's going to start where the last one ended again, 43.5%. Okay, so let's save that. Oh, look at there, we're making progress. So now we've got the second ring of the bullseye. And we're going to end that one at 56.5%. Let's go ahead and let's do our last ring. And we're going to do that at, there's our red. And then we're going to do it at 56.5%. And we are going to end it at 70%. Okay, so now you can see we have all the colors and the rings we need for the bullseye, but we have our box on the outside of the bullseye. So we just need to go add a border radius. So if we go add a border radius, that will curve our design here. Let's go ahead and add that. And now we have a bullseye. So that is how you make a bullseye from just HTML and CSS. Stop back for more tutorials later and have a good time with your CSS making the bullseye. Have a great day.